Hey fam, how y'all doing? Good afternoon, good afternoon. Happy Thursday to everybody. How you doing? Happy Thursday to everybody. So listen, I had a young lady who saw one of my video on retirement, reached out to me. She's 53 years old. Um, and actually, when I sat down with her yesterday, and I got authorization for her to talk about, her story, right? And single mom, kids are grown now, besides for the youngest one, which is about 18 years old, right? How your fellas doing? Um, and so she was telling me that, listen, her job don't pay that well. She make about 70 grand a year. She's raised about 3 kids on that, and she's never had a chance to actually be able to save, money. A little bit of money is loosening up now because her other 2 children are of age now. They're doing their own thing, but she got one that's left over. So, but she's 53, and she doesn't have any retirement savings at all. And every day she wakes up, she's kind of like scared or nervous, right? And so she wants to meet and do a kind of like what you call like a financial analysis, which is, going over what you have coming in, what you have going out type of situation, and seeing where she can free up some money, right, to be able to save for retirement. So we did that, right? And this is why I always tell people, here's what I'm coming to believe in America. It's not we don't have money. Nah, I think most people in America make pretty decent money. The problem is in America is that we have a spending issue. That's the problem that we have here in America. It's like it's more so spending, buy scenario, right? Is the problem that we have in America. And so when I sat down with her, right, and we went through a bunch of things that she spent money on. And again, I kind of had to go through the same thing for myself also. When I was making this change in reference to putting more money into my deferred comp plan, increasing my life insurance premium, my IUL, things like that. I had to go through, well, what do I not need? What am I spending money on that at the time when I got it, I felt like I needed it, but it wasn't a need, it was a want. You understand? So the same thing with her. And when we sat down, right, we found close to $800 that she can use towards her retirement income that we found. Prime example, she gets her nails done every week, right? She gets her nails, her fingernails and her toes done every week. I think every 2 weeks she go for like a tighten up. I forgot how I don't know, ladies, you got tell me, but she gets it done every week. Okay, that in itself is about $300 a month, right there. Okay, getting her hair done. She has short hair. Maintaining that and all the things that you need, the stylist, whatever. Ain't nothing really to me that we can do about that because she's a very pretty lady. And whether a man or a female doesn't matter. You kind of want to keep yourself up. You know what I'm saying? So that part I really can't touch. Then we went through some of the apps that she has. She has like a bunch of them: Netflix, Hulu, Showtime, Paramount, Disney Plus. Like just all these apps that she has, right? So we started. You say, hey, which one do y'all usually watch? Which top 3 do y'all usually watch? Okay, and we got rid of the rest of them, right? We're gonna get rid of the rest of them that you know what I'm saying that she can do without. Okay, then she does brunches every Sunday. Ladies, I need y'all to tell me why brunch is so important to y'all. I need to know, what does it do for the greater good? She does brunch, and I'm saying, you know what? Do you have a recent receipt of the past month, how much you spent on brunch? And she put it up online, and holy smoke, she spent about 400 plus in 1 month on brunch. 400 plus on brunch. Okay? These are things that, so I said, listen, can you do without brunch 4 times a month? Can you go maybe once a month, twice a month? She said, it's gonna hurt, Maxwell, because it's a group thing. We all meet up every Sunday and talk about our life. I was like, what's more important? Your future years or you sitting with your girls and talking on a Sunday for an hour or two that you can do over the phone or by way of Zoom or WhatsApp or whatever? You tell me. I don't know. I'm here to help you. You tell me what's more important. She said, you know what? Okay. I could possibly do maybe 2 weeks a month, but I gotta let my ladies know. And I'm sure they're not gonna take it well. I was like, have them give me a call. They might need to sit down with me also. Because if you're telling me that you're spending $400 a month, and I'm sure this is not including tip, the number that she gave me, I'm sure it's not including tip. So I know it's way more than that, okay? Cool. Then she said every once in a while she does happy hour with people at work, so she'll leave work, and go to happy hour. That might cost about 70, 80 bucks. I'm like, ma'am, so just these items alone, ma'am, we're looking at $800 to $1,000 that you're just spending every single month that you could possibly do without, that you could have been saving a hefty amount of money in your retirement account right now. But guess what? It's not just you. This is the typical American way of doing things. We spend and we don't even know that we're spending. Right? So we're gonna cut that out to just twice. I'm not here to take away from you all the things that you need to make your life or to feel good about life. I still want you to live. You understand? I still want you to live. But at the end of the day, you can't live your life now or half of your life now and then become destitute during your older years. That's what is happening right now in America. Most people enjoy their young age and live like tomorrow's not coming. They live irresponsibly, right? And then during their senior age, they become destitute because they never took the time out to save. It was irrelevant to them. They didn't care, right? So that's what was going over. This young lady can actually save $1,200 a month. There's a bunch of other things that we saw that she can get rid of, okay? Like she does an annual family trip. I'm not gonna touch that. You need to spend time with your friends and family. Then she does the girl trip thing. I was like, hey, let me ask you a question. What was the most you spent on a girl trip last year? She said they went to Dubai. Her first time in Dubai, one of her other girlfriends' first time in Dubai. Only one of their crew had been to Dubai once or twice. And she wanted to experience it. I said, well, no problem, that's fine. How much did you spend? She said, oh, I don't want to tell you. I'm like, why not? I'm here to help. I'm not here to judge. It's a difference. I'm here to, I want you to say it out of your own mouth so you can ultimately see how bad this is. She said about $3,500. I'm like, what? She said, yeah. She said, but guess what? I paid it on my credit card. I was like, and that means what? You still have to pay that money back on your credit card, right? She said, yes. I was like, so let me ask you a question. So when you came back from Dubai, how much did your life change? She put her head down. She said, I know. My brother told me, she said, my brother told me the same thing. Like, why do you feel as though you need to do this? Right? Listen, I'd rather save millions of dollars and hit the age of 59 and a half and retire and be able to travel to Dubai and truly ball out. Be able to travel to Spain and truly ball out. Be able to go to Hawaii and truly ball out. than for me to take money I don't have, credit card, and charge it to go travel now, okay? Because you wanna make yourself feel good right now at the moment, or instant gratification type of deal, right? I'd rather use the money now to help me build wealth. So that way now, I can not only be secure financially, in the near future, but now I can live the way I truly want to live. You understand? And we sat down, we went through that, and in the next week or so, we're gonna meet back up because I want her to make the changes first. I want to see how disciplined this young lady is, and I want her to make the changes first, and then we're gonna meet back up and start to redirect some of those funds into her IUL life insurance policy. That is the ultimate plan, right? But this video here is to help some of you guys as you're watching this start to, you know what helped me? I created a spreadsheet, and in that spreadsheet, I list all the things that was coming out, that because I was making pretty decent money, I didn't really, in a way, care about it. It's like it was just coming out. And it was things that I thought I needed to have. I thought I needed to have all the apps. NBA TV, Hulu, Cinemax, HBO, Stars, everything. You understand? I thought I needed all the fresh pair of Air Force Ones and Jordans. And them things, the other day, I'm looking and I have a huge shelf that I got built. In that shelf, there's shoes galore, right? And, oh, that's cool. Is that thing still working? Is that thing still working? Does that thing still work? Oh, I didn't think so. Yeah. So, in that shelf, there's shoes that I haven't worn, and I want to say at least a year. Shoes I had to have. Yo, this is ridiculous, man. America markets well. This is why America consumes most of the things that the world sells. America is major consumers of the world product. And this is why most Americans end up being broke. Because they market well to America how to spend money. How to spend money without any recourse. And people get older and now start to regret decisions that they've made. So I'm gonna meet with her in about a week or two, and then find out how serious she truly is, and then we're gonna move forward. But I based on talking to her, having a conversation, she's real serious. Every day she wakes up scared. Okay, she wants to retire at 60, but that's 7 years from now. Realistically speaking, she knows it might not be possible, not with just $500 a month. Okay, she can do it, but she gotta be prepared to want to save 3 G's a month, 4 G's a month, and that's right now not realistic. But there's a way that we can have her retire at the age of 65, 67, if she wants to do $500 a month, $600 a month, that can be possible, right? So listen, as you're watching this, right, and if you've stayed with me this long, right, I am a new channel. I'm trying to grow this platform, and I'm trying to deliver this message out to people who truly needs to hear this. If you can help me like, subscribe, and share this video with other people who you feel as though need to hear this, I would truly appreciate it. There are ways that you can find money to put towards retirement. You just got to be willing to do without the things that you think you need. You don't need to get your nails done every week. You don't need to be at brunch with your girls every Sunday. Okay? Okay? You don't need to be. Some people right now have already put their trips on layaway. Some people right now. Let me tell you something. I have a client right now. Sorry about that. The wind is kicking right now, so let me get him on this little corner here. I have a client right now who is planning her daughter's birthday party. And this man is telling me this birthday party is gonna cost about $5,000 to $6,000 for a teenager. And I said, listen, is this event bringing any kind of resources into the family? She immediately got mad. Everything is not about money. Okay, until it is. Everything is not about money until it is. Until it is. I don't understand being wasteful like that. You understand? You can throw a good birthday party for your child for $500, maybe even $1,000. I go as far as that. For $5,000 just to go do what? To post it on social media? Like you in Hollywood or something? Like your child is in Hollywood? Like your child is I don't know. I don't know. It's things like that to me that I be like, you know what? Some people deserve where they are at. And the reason why I say is this, because even after you tell them, they get upset at you and get mad at you for giving them the information. So at that point, okay, no problem. Then you probably deserve where you're at. And I hate to say that. I'm just keeping it a buck. You can't save everybody. The data proves that. The data proves that. Because we are out here in the information age. And even without me doing these videos, every day you wake up, right? You're bombarded with commercials about investments, commercials about retirement. You have people that come to your office, your place of work, right? To talk to you about financial benefits. And people get bored with those meetings. People put their head down when somebody's giving them wonderful information. Right? Information that could save their life. Some people will pull out their phone and they start to look at Nordstrom online while a person is talking to you about how you can plan for your retirement. So yeah, I do believe some people deserve the situation that they're in because they refuse to learn. They refuse to learn. They refuse to change. They don't want you to take away what makes them feel good. They don't want you to. They don't want you to. Then they're going to get old and they're going to tell you what they feel the government should do for them. What they feel the government should do for them. Let me tell you something that I learned in this industry, right? I learned that the reason why the government and the IRS makes the death benefit proceed for a life insurance policy, or even the money inside a life insurance policy, why they make it tax-free is, the reason why they make it tax-free is, the way they look at it is that this person have now taken it upon themselves to take care of their family in the event that they're no longer here. So their family will now become dependent on the government. So with that being said, we are going to make this plan tax-free to them. Because now I don't have to be responsible for your wife or your husband or your children if you pass away. Now I don't have to be responsible for you doing retirement because you've taken it upon yourself, right? To provide for yourself. And you won't be dependent on me, the government, to provide for you. So we're gonna make these policies tax-free too. The government does not want you dependent on them. So if you're not saving for your financial future, and then you get older, and now you're shocked that the government don't want to provide for you, it's because they don't want you dependent on them. In their mind, we've done enough for you as a citizen. Now, so what you're asking us is to take care of you from age 0 till you die. That's not what we're gonna do as a government. So don't be shocked. Social Security right now is pretty much depleting. I want to say it's depleted, but some people are still getting money from it right now. But by the time a person right now who is 40 years old hit the age of 65, the likelihood of you getting any Social Security is slim to none. Slim to none. How you doing? It's slim to none, right? So this is why I say that some of these people, I believe they deserve where they're at or where they land, because when you give them the information, they don't want to use it. Why do I say that? Let me give you an example. Let's say I was throwing a party today, right? Let's say, how you doing? I'm on the video, thank you. Let's say, for example, I was throwing a party today and I give you information as to where the party is going to be at. You are going to go get a new outfit for this party. You're going to get your hair did, right? Get yourself your nice smelling perfume or cologne out and get ready to pay money to go to this party. But when somebody is teaching you how to invest and how to plan for the future, and in your mind is taken away from you having fun time, then you ultimately deserve what you get at the latter part of your years. And I hate to say this, but somebody gotta keep it real with a lot of people. Somebody gotta keep it real with a lot of people. And that's the problem that we're not doing. I think we're so busy trying to not offend people. We're so busy trying to make everybody feel good. Okay? I'm not saying offend people. I'm not here to offend anybody. But what I am saying is, we can't continue, this world of trying to make people feel good. There has to come a point where you got to keep it real with people. Keeping it real with people make people make decisions quickly. When you dance around things, people dance around making decisions. So listen, I'm gonna close out this conversation with you guys because I gotta get ready for my next appointment. I had a moment to come out and stretch my legs real quick. The weather's nice, and I figure I'll pull out my phone and have a conversation with you. You can find money to stop putting away for savings. Everybody in America can. You just gotta ask yourself, what are the things that you're willing to do without? That's really what it boils down to. What are you willing to do without in order for me to have something better in the future? Point blank, period. Listen, I hope you guys have a wonderful and blessed rest of your day. I'll talk to you all soon. Have a wonderful one.